wake up, little human. Oh, I love little humans when they're asleep. They are so fantastical and whimsical little creatures. I'm hoping that this one will wake up though, because I really want some more of those breads and cheeses. Oh, there you are, little human. I'm so excited to finally meet you in person. Well, ever since you left those offerings of yummy breads and yummy cheeses by my cottage doorstep in the forest, it's all I've been able to think about. Oh, well, I guess you couldn't see the cottage, little human. I do have it disguised very well, so that only fairy eyes can see it. Unless, of course, I wanted to invite you into my cottage, because then I could let you in and we could have breads and cheeses together. You look alarmed. I didn't mean to alarm you, little human. You look so silly when you're scared. But no, I want you to feel good. Yes. Well, would it make you feel better if I answered some questions? Yes. Okay. What's your first question, silly little human? Oh, who am I? Well, that's a tough one to answer, but I will answer it anyway. My name is Seluna. I was meant to be a moon fairy, but I decided that I wanted to be a forest fairy because I can do what I want and I don't care what my mother or her sister has to say about my lifestyle choices. So I was meant to be a moon fairy and I decided to be a forest fairy, which is why I live by myself in the cottage in the forest. Do you have any other questions for me, little human? How did I get in here? Well, I'm not bound by the same laws of physics as you silly little humans are. See, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and I don't care how or why I'm doing it. Is that a good answer? Yes. The other answer is yes, I can fly into your window, I can crack open the window, and then I got in. How fantastical is that? Not as fantastical as this little home that you have here. Although I'm a little bit confused as to what it means. Well, instead of you humans having little cottages like what I have, I'm very proud of my cottage, you have these little boxes that are stacked on top of each other. Oh, what are they called again? Apartments. Oh, what a fantastic and whimsical word. Apartments. You must come to my cottage one time and tell me all about these apartments. Well, I am a bit of a human expert, although you are the first one I have met and spoken to in real life. But I am very well read on all of our many human tales that we have in the fairy world. Yes, there are all sorts of extravagant stories about the weird and the wonderful humans and how they live their lives and all of their amazing technologies. Alas, I really wanted to make a human friend, and I thought maybe you could be my human friend, considering that you have such fantastical breads and cheeses. And I must admit, we don't have cheeses in the fairy world because us fairies haven't figured out how to make it yet. We have no idea where you get the cheese from. I've been speculating that you might be harboring cheese trees, or maybe they grow on a vine or some kind of underground network of cheese, and then you dig it up like potatoes. Maybe when you come to my cottage and have breads and cheeses with me, you can tell me all about where cheese comes from. And maybe then I can start getting and making it for myself. But Anyway, human, I was really hoping that because I followed you here after you gave me those offerings, that you might want to give me some more things. I promise it will be well worth your time. Maybe I can even do a trade with you. I have so many little bits and bobs and trinkets. Oh, I've been collecting things from the human world for a long time now. And then I also have recently gone to the fairy apothecary. And so maybe I could entice you with some things that you might not be able to even get in the human world. What do you think, little human? Oh, I love your silly little smile. It's so beautiful. Yes, and I love your hair. It's very beautiful as well. It's so curly and gorgeous. Well, maybe I can show you some of my trinkets. And then you will tell me if you want to trade for something very yummy. I don't care much for most human things, but I want your food because I'm a very hungry little forest fairy. Well, I will show you some of my most valuable trinkets and objects that you will definitely want, and you will definitely want to give me so many breads and so many cheeses for. Unlike the courtly fae, which I quite honestly despise, I don't like all of their politics, I won't try to deceive you or charm you into giving me things, because I know that you're a kind little human, and I know that humans can be kind, even though you've been destroying the ecosystems. I've spoken to some very angry platypuses about this fact. In fact, we've debated over mulberry wine many times on this, but here's the thing. I believe that humans definitely do have a lot of love in their hearts, and you proved that to me. Okay, let me show you what I have. This is the first thing that I have. Isn't it wonderful? It's fantastic. So, someone and their tiny little human dropped this close to my cottage a couple of weeks ago, and I was fascinated. It's a beautiful colour. It reminds me of some flowers that grow by my grandmother's cottage, but she's dead now. Yes, well, she was already 600 years old, so I'm not so surprised that that happened, and also it wasn't very tragic. She wasn't a very nice fairy. I'm not sure what this thing does. I think maybe it's some kind of flag. Maybe like how you call out for attention. I even considered that it might be a puppet. But I'm definitely willing to trade this, especially for a bread or cheese. And it smells very interesting. Not too different from the cheeses that you gifted me, actually. Oh, I love it so much. Do you want to give it a sniff? You don't like the way it smells, silly human? Well, I think it's a very refined taste. Anyway, I will show you some more of my things that I have to trade. I also found this by my cottage one time, and I didn't know what to do with it. It is such a pretty colour as well. I love anything that's a pretty colour. But it's not really my colour. I don't know what I could do with it. I think it might be really pretty in your curls. I will just give you this one for free. Oh, I will, little human, I will. I'll give it to you for free. Can I put it in your hair? Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited to be interacting with a human. And to find such a friendly and beautiful one at that. Okay, let me put this in your hair. Okay, hold still, little human. Hold still. Oh my goodness, it looks so pretty. Wow. Now, isn't that a sight to behold? The prettiest human I ever did see. Oh yes, I believe so, and you should believe that as well. I will show you more things that I have, pretty little human. I don't know if you've seen this one before. I stole it from this mean old lady. Yes, she was yelling at somebody across the road. And she was telling them horrific things. She was telling them to go back to their own country. I don't even know what that means. But I decided she was a mean old bag. And then I came up behind her and I ran up and I went and then I stole this. I don't know what it does, but it is very tickly. Sometimes I tickle like this. And it really tickles, it feels so funny. I don't know what else it would be for. Do you think I could use it on you? Thank you, human. Tickle, 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 tickle. Maybe I could tickle your nose. I love your little nose, human. Or perhaps I could tickle the top of your forehead. Maybe I could tickle the side of your neck. I didn't realize that humans had such soft skin. In our folk tales, it is said that humans have skin that feels like rough stone. And that is barely penetrable even by the strongest arrow, but your skin feels soft, like I could bite into it. You're not laughing. I thought you would be laughing by now. You're not ticklish. Oh, well, okay. Even if you're not ticklish, then I can still trade this because perhaps you have some friends who are, and perhaps you would like it for them anyway. I will show you some more of my things. I have some very special things in here. They're all from the fairy realm, so these are not my human trinkets. This first little trinket, it's very special to me. It contains the tears of some of our most ancient ancestors. Just seeing it brings me hope. It's not a magical item. It's more symbolic. But every time I see it, it reminds me to keep going. It reminds me of the resilience of my ancestors before me. Even though they were moon fairies technically, these tears were charged by the moonlight and they crystallized. I think they're beautiful. And they give me so much hope. But it would be hard for me to part with these, but for such a kind and loving human such as yourself, with such yummy breads and cheeses, I might be able to trade it. And I would be very happy knowing that these are in good hands. Also, I don't recommend eating these. They taste like acid. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, so there's this. Oh, okay, this one. This is a very special necklace. I know to you they might look like little shitty pearls. But, little human, but, silly little pretty little human. Silly little pretty little tiny little human. They're not just normal pearls. These are actually the fossilized droppings of mermaids. Don't ask me how I got to them. As I'm trying to have an alliance with the humans, I also tried to have an alliance with the mermaids once, but then they kicked me out. They said I was too strange. But these pearls are so beautiful. And I promise they don't smell like droppings. But if you try to eat them, they will break your teeth a little bit. Don't ask me how I know. But yes, I would be willing to part with this beautiful pearl necklace if I could have lots of yummy breads and cheeses for you forever. I have something else to show you. Now, I have these in plastic to protect them because they're very sharp and dangerous. But these here are the teeth of a very tiny wolf. In fact, it's the teeth of the tiniest wolf that I've ever seen in my whole life. He wasn't very happy about parting ways with his teeth. However, I managed to strike a deal with him because I gave him 3 of my teeth in return. But what he doesn't know is that fairy teeth grew back within the day. So I think he was worse off for the deal. Now these teeth don't do anything, but they just remind me of how I managed to persuade a tiny, tiny, tiny wolf to give me 3 teeth. And I didn't even have to draw a sword on him or anything. It was so exciting. I love getting things for free. There's that. That's pretty much all my wares, little human. A pretty little human. What do you think of them? Do you think that you'd like to trade them? I'm not trying to enchant you, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm not trying to enchant you into giving me lots and 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 lots of bread and cheeses. You're just a pretty little human and I love to look at your face. Gorgeous little, pretty little, gorgeous little, pretty little human. So would you like to trade? You would like to trade. And you'd like to come to my cottage and have breads and cheeses. Oh, this is the best day of my life. This might even be better than the day that tiny little wolf gave me 3 of his teeth. I am very, very grateful. Now, what will you be bestowing on me? Oh, you got to go get it. Okay, thank you so much, little human. So what have you got there? Wow. Wow. Oh, this is the best thing that you could have gotten me. Wow. Oh, thank you so much, human. This looks even tastier than the bread that you left for me at my cottage. Well, it smells really yummy as well. This is so worth it. You can have every single one of my wares. Every single one of my wares is worth it for this piece of bread. And presumably cheese. I believe I might be the luckiest forest fairy in the entire forest. I might also be the only fairy in the entire forest because I think that I drove out the rest of the forest fairies. Yes, I started playing the trumpet. It's a fairy trumpet. It doesn't sound good, but it does annoy people and fairies. I'm going to go back to my cottage now, and maybe you can go back to sleep. But I'm going to give you a little coin. This is a special key to my cottage. You can come into my cottage whenever you like, so long as you have breads and cheeses and any other foods. Here's the key. Thank you. I will let you go to sleep now. Did you want me to quickly enchant you again? Or enchant you for the first time? I can enchant you so you sleep a little